we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, I think Keisha just joined. Hello, Keisha. Welcome, welcome. We have a brand new customer on the call. Very exciting. Welcome to Prove It. Anyways, my name's Amber Horn. I am from Oregon. I'm a mom of 6. My oldest is 25 and my youngest, they're identical twin boys. They're 17. They are crazy and they keep me super busy. I'm excited though to be on the call because I get to talk about something I'm super passionate about, and that is my journey to Prove It, why and how I became a promoter. And it all started about 18 months ago when I fell in love with the product. And I started getting some pretty good results right away. Before that, I spent a lot of time in bed, tired, miserable, just not really functioning. And I weighed quite a bit more than I do right now. And I kind of lived that way for several years, not really functioning in life very well. And I started drinking the product. I started losing some fat, started getting more energy. I started spending less time in bed, more time functioning in life, started attending more activities of my kids, started becoming a better mom, a better wife. And I just fell in love with this product. And it wasn't something I wanted to keep to myself. I decided early on that I wanted to share it. I wanted to share this with all my family and friends because it was impacting my life so much. And I quickly signed up to do that. I did have some hesitation at first, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that later. But I've been doing that now for 18 months and I'm loving it. I'm just having a great time. Not only am I changing other people's lives, I'm changing my own as I find such great fulfillment in impacting other people. It's so rewarding to be able to help somebody. And I always felt like I had a mission in life, something that I wanted to do, but I never had the tools or resources really to help myself. And when Prove It came along, when ketones came along, I finally felt like I had those tools and resources. I always had the strong desire and I was just ready to go. And it's been so fulfilling and rewarding for me personally, as well as the people that I've been able to impact. So it's been an awesome 18 months so far. And I'm so excited that I said yes to the opportunity. So if Keisha's on, I will let her introduce herself. I think I saw her hop onto the call.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, how are you guys? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I'm Keisha. Nice to meet you guys. I am a mom to 2 little kids and 2 bonus kids. I have a just turned 2-year-old and a almost 4-year-old, and then a 5 and a 7. So life gets crazy. Raise your hand if you're a mom as well, and put in the chat how old your kids are. But I will say that ketones have helped me as a new mom just to be focused and have energy, because chasing those kids, let me tell you, it gets crazy. But before ketones, I was fatigued. I honestly had a lot of health stuff going on, in and out of the doctors, pretty much was bedridden, couch ridden. And I was that skeptical one. How many of you are hesitant or skeptical about this product? Okay, I see a lot of hands. That was me. I actually said no to even looking into it for 2 years prior to drinking it or even looking into it. So I can relate with a lot of you guys skeptics, but I finally looked into the product. I have a background in health and nutrition. Ingredients matter to me. I'm the girl that's sensitive to gluten, dairy, soy, preservatives, you name it. I pretty much can't have it. So just putting anything in my body, it wasn't going to happen unless I knew what it was and also the science behind it. So that being said, I looked into it. My girlfriend got me some product. I was like, wow, I actually know what this is. Let me try it. Let's see if it works. Didn't really feel anything the first couple of days, to be honest. So if you're brand new to starting and you don't feel anything, it's not like this quick rush of like a energy drink or coffee. It's more kind of the benefits happen over time. So that was me. Felt the focus day 3, but still, because of my skepticism, I thought it was placebo and it was on my head. Sound too good to be true. Because I definitely am one of those people that have had everyone reach out to me about products. Raise your hand if that's you too. So I tried it, and then day 5 is when I found that burst of energy, and I was like on cloud 9. I'm like, I don't know what this stuff is, but I'm all about it. This is the first time I felt this good in a long time. And this was prior to having kids. And then shortly after I got pregnant. So I drank it during both pregnancies and while nursing. And I just felt alert and alive during my pregnancies and had a really good experience on it, to where I was like, I have to share this with every woman I know, because most women are tired. They complain about their energy, how much weight they want to lose. And I was like, oh, I know a ton of women that could benefit from this. So that's my story in a nutshell. I've been sharing this for almost 5 years in June. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And the ripple effect and domino effect it's had on people, including Amber, has been the most rewarding part, honestly, for me. And just seeing other people's lives be impacted and has been really life-changing for me and them. And here we are sharing it with people in the world, moms, dads, young, old, from womb to tomb. Our kids drink it. They drink the decaf one. And we mix it in the morning for them. I mix it in the morning for me. And I honestly don't go a day without it. And when I do, I notice the difference. All right. Do we have our first share on? Where is she? Do you see her, Amber? How many screens is that? Can you guys still hear me? Am I frozen? You guys are all frozen on my end, so I don't know. Amber, unmute and tell me if you can hear me. My Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Y'all are frozen, most of you. Okay. Thank you. So pretty much the purpose of this call is just to kind of educate you guys what this is and what it looks like to share it, either as a customer or promoter. And we wanted to give a couple of shares to about who's been doing this for a while, and what it's done for them with the product and even the business side of things. Amber, were you going to go ahead and open up to the Dollar Club, or did you want me to preference something else first?
Sure. We're going to talk a little bit on the call tonight about the Dollar Keto Club, which wasn't an option when I joined 18 months ago. So right now is a great opportunity to jump in, and we're going to go over all the details of the Dollar Keto Club a little bit later in the call. But like Keisha said, we want to get started with a few shares from people who have had a great impact on a lot of people through being a promoter with Prove It. So we're going to first bring on Don Allen. So Don, if you could unmute yourself, we would love to hear your story.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, cool. All right. So, hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Dawn Allen. I am here from Central Florida, and I have actually been drinking and sharing ketones for 6 years. I have also been involved in the home-based business network marketing space for a long time. So when the product entered into my life, I was very resistant, but the science was incredibly compelling. And I thought to myself, if we can help people feel half as good as the diet does, then we're going to impact a lot of people's lives. And so I sort of optimistically skeptical tried the product, and it changed my life, and went on to share the product with so many people. So before I actually got started in the business, though, to give you a little background in terms of where I was at financially, because I was not looking for a business. I was, though, drowning in debt. I was actually 8 years behind on my taxes. Well, 6 years at the time, but finally got caught up within 8 years. And I was just not in a really good financial position. And so at the immediate point in time when this was introduced to me, I just needed a couple $1,000s extra a month to start paying down some of that debt. Fast forward, I'm completely debt free, which is really exciting. I am actually, I've got a couple investments under my belt. I just purchased an investment property. We're closing on that on the 20th. I have an apartment complex that we're actually going to be closing on in the middle of March. And so I'm really excited about that. And to say that this community has changed my life is the understatement of this century. The product's amazing. The opportunity is incredible, but this community forces you to become a better person. And so I can't say enough about it. And I hope that for the guests that are on the call, or those of you that are maybe taking a look at this, if the product has in any way, shape, or form impacted your life, know that the vehicle that Prove It is and the community that Prove It has is 10 times better. So thank you guys for letting me share.
Thank you, Dawn. I agree 100%. The last 18 months really has been life-changing for me personally. From a standpoint of personal development, I feel like a completely different person, more confident, more self-assured. I can't believe I'm hosting or co-hosting a call. That's not something I would have ever imagined myself doing. But I want to talk to you a little bit about the hesitation I had when I was thinking about becoming a promoter with Prove It. I was anti-sales. I avoided sales my whole life. Anytime anyone asked me to buy something, I put a wall up. Or if I had to ask somebody for money, I instantly was uncomfortable. And when I wanted to share ketones because I wanted other people to experience what I was experiencing, that was my first thought. Well, I can't sell anything. I don't want to do that. That's really uncomfortable. I'm not going to do it. But I realized really quickly, as I talked to a few people, that that's not what Prove It is about. They don't want you. We don't want you selling a product. That's not our mission. Our mission is to help other people feel better by sharing our story. So what you do as a promoter is share your journey, share your story to inspire other people to want to try the product and then in turn change their life. And so that's what you do. You just share your story, share your journey. And I could do that. That's something I definitely wanted to do and was willing to do. And so that hesitation quickly went away when I found out that I didn't have to sign up to sell anything. So if you're thinking about that, don't worry about that. That's not a thing here. Some common questions that we get are, do you have to have any special skills to become a promoter? And the answer is no. Really, the only thing you have to be able to do is to know how to share your story. Like I said, and you can do that multiple ways. There's all kinds of ways to share your story. You can pick up the phone and call somebody. You can text somebody. You can just bring it up in a conversation in a group of people. You can share it on social media. There's so many options for sharing your story and the impact ketones have had on you. And I have found it to be super impactful to my family and friends just to talk about it, just to let them know what I'm doing and how it's impacted me. Another common question we get is regarding social media. People assume that you have to have a large social media following in order to be successful as a promoter, and that's absolutely not true. Some of the most successful people in our business did not have any social media following when they started, and they've built some pretty massive businesses with it. The most successful way to begin a business is just by talking to your family and friends, the people that you love and care about and want to share this product with. And in turn, they will talk to their family and friends. And pretty soon you've had this ripple effect on people you don't even know, because it goes from person to person to person to person. And that's how you build your business. And that's what we do here. So it's super exciting. The next person that I wanted to bring on has built a massive business and has impacted a lot of lives. And that's my friend, Mitch Newman. So Woo-hoo! Mitch, if you could
Somebody screaming already? What's going on?
That's me.
Hey, everybody. Mitch Newman, Indian Wells, California, out here in the desert in California. 6.5 years ago is when I got started, and Prove It at the time was not a business. We were, I don't know, called Little Engine That Could. I don't know what you want to call us. We were a VIP program. The goal was to get as many experiences into the marketplace and just to see if, based on what Prove It believed that they had, see what the response would be. And it was overwhelming. Now, for me, I was in a place where I was not doing well physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I was pretty down. And so when I was approached, it was a simple, hey, what do you know about ketones or ketosis, which is a really common question that we ask a lot of people. And at the time, I knew about the diet. My wife and I had done the diet one time, and my buddy who had called me and actually texted me and said that, told me about this product. And so I was anxious and eager to try, very skeptical, but also very open, because knowing that as bad as I felt, I wasn't sure how much worse I could go. So I was open to at least the experience of it. And when I drank the product, I was incredibly lit up, and I thought to myself, wow, this is great. I found this amazing product that's waking me back up. It's giving me the opportunity to actually save my own life, feeling better physically, mentally, and emotionally. And that's kind of where it was. And all of a sudden, to see the response that was happening all around the country and how many people were interested. And it wasn't until it suddenly became a business that I actually even considered it from a business standpoint. And I asked people that I knew that were not only friends of mine, but also really smart friends of mine who really understood these types of performance rewards plans. And though there wasn't a lot released initially back, this is September of 2015, they did indicate that like they thought it was really, really good, and it was really something that could really grow, and they could see the legs that it had and where it could ultimately go. And I said, and I remember saying specifically, I said, so we should do this. Because if they would have said no, I already won. I was feeling better and I already won. So I was going to be able to see more of my coaching clients. I'd have fuller days. I was finding myself reconnecting back to my wife and my kids. I already won by just drinking the product. But they said, no, I think this is really something special. And so that's really what excited me, was the idea that so many companies in the space have, the vast majority of people that are involved in their companies are promoters, and they have very few customers. Prove It from the get-go, from the start, was the vast majority of people, and it's still disproportionate number of customers to promoters. So that told me it was, in fact, and could be and would be a business. And that's how I just said, so we should do this. That was my question. And they said yes. And I said, okay. And one thing led to another, which led to more and more conversations, which led to connecting with people and really seeing that what we were building here was, and Dawn had mentioned it earlier, a really dynamic community of people who genuinely wanted to create, they wanted to create residual income. That it is a business. But what they saw was a way to do it through creating residual impact and through generational impact, because we're able to help a lot of people and help a lot of families. And when you start to be a collector of stories and you start to see the ripple effect that this has, and you start to understand that when you feel better and you're more connected to what it is that you're doing on a daily basis, you get back into the swing of things and you have more to offer people. And so we became that community that we had a lot to offer each other, whether people were customers, whether they're promoters, and just watching it grow over the past 6.5 years has really been a godsend to me. It's been a big blessing to me. I went from, should we do this, to this is what I do in a very short period of time. And now have a business that's an international business. And I get to work with so many of these great people that are on this call as well, and really get to discover new ways to support people, finding people who really are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they're ready for something more. And I'll tell you, the science is solid. There's no question about the science. But once you experience the product, you can't not want to help and support other people in feeling better. And so becoming a promoter becomes very fluid. It becomes very next step that you just want to take, because you don't want to hold on to this information. You don't want to hold on to this great feeling that you have. You want to share with other people. And Prove It has set up a really dynamic way to be able to do that in a way that is about creating impact, is about lifting other people up, and in doing it in such a way where the community is really what always comes first. So for those of you who are considering or looking into this, let the product tell you what it wants to do and what you want to do. And hopefully you'll get a feel for who we are as a community and what we're about, because we love creating space for people, whether they want to come in and build a huge business or a medium-sized business or a small business. There's a place here for everyone. So I appreciate the opportunity to share my experience, and I look forward to learning from all of you who are looking to come in. We kind of take a role here that everybody's our teacher and our coach and our mentor. We get to learn from each other. So come on board, teach me, school me, let's go.
Well said. Oh my gosh, Mitch, I don't know about you guys, but every time I hear him talk, I feel motivated and pumped to just go conquer the world with like a stop, pause, think about before you do things type of mindset. But what I hear you saying, Mitch, just in all of that is there's a lot of potential here, right? So there's a lot of potential, not just with helping people, but also helping yourself, helping people, contributing to a family, whatever that looks like financially, emotionally, spiritually, all of it. And I'm like, I never would have thought that just trying the product 5 years ago. I literally thought, oh, wow, I just need something for myself. The impact would be such a big impact in my life and other people's life all at the same time. And I like when you were talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so right. Spot on with all of that. So just so you guys know, there are opportunities obviously to get your product for free. So if the promoter route isn't something that you want to go, we have where you can refer to get yours free. As long as you're on our smart ship, which is also auto ship, you get it for free. So I think it's like $13-14 for shipping. That's all you pay for. And that's like more affordable than any supplement I've ever taken in my life. And then also, if you want to earn a couple $100 for gas or groceries or charities or whatever you want to do, there's endless possibility here. And when I got started, I'll never forget my fiance, Michael Rutherford, asked me, are you money motivated? And I said, no, but I'm motivated by helping people. If this actually works, of course, I wouldn't mind getting rewarded for it financially, because at that time, I also needed money, but I didn't want it to be my driver. And I can tell you just by far, it has completely shifted and changed my life financially to where I've been able to pay for gas without that, like, oh gosh, I have to put $20 in my gas tank. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay for food or my rent. So like, it was a big deal for me to even make $100, $200, $300 a month with Prove It when I started 5 years ago. And then also paying off my credit card debt, my student loans. I'll never forget. I don't know if any of you guys saw it. There's a few familiar faces on here. I went live on my Facebook and was bawling, paying off credit card debt. I had over $30,000 worth of credit card debt and some small loans from school. And sometimes that feels too far to fetch for some of you, right? Like, I'll never pay this off. Raise your hand if you're in debt. Credit card, student loans, mortgages, like, or house loans, like, it's crazy. But there's an endless of possibility for that too. And it all starts with helping yourself to then be able to help other people. And if you remember that, like Mitch was saying, the purpose of what this can be, it really, the money is rewarded in ways that you can't even explain, or it just kind of happens. At least that's what my experience has been with Prove It. And then honestly, like dreaming beyond that. How many of you have been told before in your past from a parent or a sibling or somebody in high school or middle school that's carried on with you that your dream can't come true? Sounds too good to be true, too far to fetch. And you guys can be honest, like that was me. My whole life, my mom told me I couldn't be successful in life unless I joined the military. Well, military is not for me. I knew it wasn't for me, but I found other ways to try to make money to make ends meet. And finally found one, Prove It, being one that I've never been this successful in anything I've done in my life, mentally, physically, spiritually, and even financially. So it's kind of hit all of those realms and it's completely changed my life. So I want you guys to think about, okay, what was the last thing that you dreamt about that you're like, oh, I can never have that. Maybe it's going on a Disney cruise, right? Like how many would love that? I still haven't went on that. But Disney cruise, or like I said, paying $500 towards rent, or paying off some of that loan, paying off some of that credit card to take off that burden. Or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and your fiance or husband is, working his butt off financially, and maybe you can contribute a few $100s, $1,000 a month. Like that feels good, right? So, like I said, what he talked about is there's endless possibility here. The potential is limitless. You just gotta lock arms with the person that invited you and let us help coach you and mentor you and guide you, and just have belief and faith that what this is, it works if you work. And I think Amber is going to go over the next steps on how to kind of get started, the good, better, and best. If Amber, you want to take it from here?
Yes, thank you, Keisha. Like Keisha said, there is a good, better, and best way to get started, and we'll talk about the details of that. But we also, like I said earlier, have the $1 Keto Club going on right now, which is a great way to get started. That that's included in the better and the best. But the good way to get started is by paying a $49 annual fee. And when you pay that fee, your business is up and going. You get websites, payment processing, promotions, everything you need to have your business going, except for inventory. That's the only thing that you will not have with the good way. The better way is to pay $1 instead of $49. And this is through the Dollar Keto Club, and purchase the mini brand builder pack, which is 5 boxes of ketones. And when you do that, you are going to pay $4.97 for it. Comes with 100 packets of ketones, and you save $153. The best way is also to pay $1 through the Dollar Keto Club and get 40% off of the Max Brand Builder pack. And that comes with 10 boxes, which is equivalent to 200 packets of ketones. All right. That gives you a savings of $520. So it costs $780. And if you break that down, you're paying $3.90 a packet, which is an incredible deal. And that's giving you a lot of inventory to get your business up and going. And Keisha's going to talk about trial packs and how to start your business. But with the best way, with the 40% off Max Brand Builder Pack, you also get some other things. You get a Rank 5 pass for a year and some other cool commissions. And if you want to know all the details about those other incentives, go ahead and talk to the person that invited you to the call, and they can kind of go over those things with you. So the good way is $49 off just your promotion fee. The better way is $1 Keto Club, 22% off of the mini brand builder pack, which gives you 5 boxes. The best way is the Max Brand Builder Pack, which is 10 boxes, and you also pay the $1 for the Dollar Keto Club. So those are the 3 ways to get started.
Thanks, Amber. Yeah, when I got started, I will be honest with you, I had a lot of debt. I didn't really have living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't really have those funds. However, I just trusted Michael and Jody. Hey, get those trials. You're going to sell them out. We're going to teach you how. And I was like, well, I guess I can put it on a credit card. What's the worst that can happen? I'm already in debt. Might as well be in more, right? So I put it on a credit card and I sold those trials out in 3 days. So whoever invited you will actually help hold your hand and give you exactly what you can post on social media, give you exactly what you can text a friend right now. Like the question to this day, almost 5 years later, I ask people, what do you know about ketones and ketosis? Or have you ever tried this stuff? Those 2 questions I still ask people, because people are familiar with diet, but they don't know that there's a drink. So we have an opportunity to educate them and share our story with them, what this is, right? Compared to what it isn't. So I would say if you're brand new to that would be a good start, is make a post about that. I would work with the person that invited you and maybe on that. And then also text a few friends today. Hey, have you heard of this stuff yet? And you can get a picture from the person that invited you. Or, hey, what do you know about ketones and ketosis? 9 times out of 10, they know the diet. And then you're like, no, this is a drink. It does what the diet does. They're like, wait, tell me more. So we'll handhold you through that process. So you're not like thrown in the wolves trying to figure it out on your own. And then we'll sell those trials. So that was a big part of why my business grew, is because I had trials to offer people. I actually just met an Uber driver a few days ago, and she was asking about my car. My car's wrapped. It says ketones on it. And she's like, what are ketones? I was like, well, have you heard of the keto diet? And she's like, yeah, I actually did it and lost 60 pounds. I'm like, well, we have a drink that puts you in ketosis without doing the diet. She's like, tell me more. So like people are interested. And I had trials in my purse that I was able to offer her so she could try it. So the goal is if they start trying these packets, so you guys can know what they look like. They then can, when they want to buy some and get more benefits and more experience, they can buy from your link. Does that make sense? So this is a game changer for me. I still buy these every single month, boxes and boxes of them, because they literally are what launched my whole business. And then honestly, like we do this together. I'll never forget in the beginning, I was in Florida my first week, and I had all these people from my Facebook post interested in trials and drinking it, but I wasn't in San Diego to give them to them. So I had Jody and Michael literally hand delivering trials to my friends, meeting them in gas station parking lots and malls or wherever they could to get them products. So the community has been the best most rewarding part for me, because I felt like I've done a lot of businesses before in the past, and I felt very alone. I felt like I wanted something to do something together, and I wanted to feel much of a more rewarding feeling and purpose other than doing it by myself. So the community has been a complete blessing for me. Watching people like Amber, I don't know why I said Aaron, Amber and Karen grow for the better has been one of the most rewarding things in my life. And I just want you guys to know, like, you're not just joining a business, getting product, and then all of a sudden, what do I do? As long as you're coachable, leadable, teachable, we'll teach you everything. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I mean, how many of you don't like to ask for help in general? I see you all smiling. Okay, same. Ask for help. Like, you got to remember, a lot of us have been doing this for a while, right? Like, so we were a little bit more experienced, a little bit more equipped, a little bit more knowledgeable, a little bit more. Now, when I started, I was not. I was terrified, but I was the smart one to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to have Michael or Jody answer that question because I have no idea about the product. I have no idea about the comp plan. I have no idea. But all I know is I'm excited, right? So that energy is contagious, and people feel that excitement through even a computer text or a text message or a screen, because they want to lock arms with whatever it is you're doing. So that sharing part can be super valuable for you as you launch this business with trials, or talking about the community, or talking about anything that Pruitt has to offer. I think just like what Mitch said, like, he saw the potential of this when he got started. I personally didn't, but there's still a lot of potential. I always get asked, is it oversaturated yet? How many people are doing it? Is my market too many people? No, that's a cool thing. I've been doing this for almost 5 years. I had actually an ex-boyfriend's mom sign up as a promoter under me last night, and she's been following me on Facebook for almost 5 years. And she's like, I don't know anyone in my town doing this, and it's in Texas. Our lab's in Texas. And I was like, the cool thing is, Julie, nobody's doing it in almost all the markets. Like, if you want to open in Canada, you want to open in Maine, you want to open in Vermont, Montana, Florida, Hawaii, like, there might be pockets of people doing it, but a lot of people aren't doing this in other cities and states where we can really make a big, massive impact and difference in the world. So again, it goes like to what Amber said, it's that ripple domino effect. You might not know someone in New York, or might not know someone in Australia, or not know someone in China, but Amber's friend Katie, who knows Jackie, who knows Jill, who knows Jack, knows somebody in China. And that's how it all, I mean, Mitch knows about the China team, and he cannot explain to you how that thing took off, but it's pretty cool, and it's really powerful. So I just hope that you guys got what you needed from this call. Any questions you have, please reach out to the person that invited you. We'll lock arms with you. We'll run with you. If you treat this like a business, you get paid as a business. If you treat it like a hobby, you get paid as a hobby. Now, I'll never forget, just recently, one of my promoters like, I guess I never really was treating it like a business. And I was like, well, and what did that do for you? And he's like, well, it kind of dipped. And I'm like, exactly. Like, it can be whatever you want it to be. But just know you have an army of people that are right by side along with you, wanting you to win, whatever that looks like, whether it's spiritual, mental, physical, and even financially. So are we good? Is that a wrap? Do we have any questions? No questions. Quiet group, but okay, cool. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. And again, message the person that invited you, let them know how you want to get started, the good, better, best option. And then either way, we're here for you. We're here to guide you, help you. And don't forget, you don't bug us when you reach out to us. And we don't think any less of you if you ask us questions. Borrow us, lean on us. We are there to help you. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Amber. You guys rocked it. And till the next one, stay tuned. Bye, guys.